Hello,
Hello.
and welcome back to Wild Sports.
It's been so long.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We're busy people, and we want to apologize because we do this for fun.
There you go.
Okay, we have a lot to jump
There's
into today.
there's so much going on. It's a really exciting time for women's basketball.
It's so exciting. We haven't done a podcast since Unrivaled has ended. We started, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the Unrivaled season. So the Mist won the championship against the Phantom, 80 to 74. And before we jump into this, I just want everyone to remember or go back and watch an episode that we did before the Unrivaled season started when I picked the Mist to win it all. They were my preseason pick.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. If you say so.
They
I bet
were.
all our viewers are just gonna pop right back in
Yeah,
and
yeah,
look at
yeah.
scroll through. It was a really exciting year. We had the opportunity to go and see some games, and I can't recommend that enough for any sports fan. The atmosphere. I know we've talked about it on here before, but it is impossible to replicate. Uh, Having world class, the best in the world right in front of you,
hmm
playing, 10 feet away, it seems
Right.
like, while you're immersed in the experience, and it's second to none. It is my favorite sports venue,
hmm
sports activity, to go and see, hands down.
Yeah. And I'm sure the games in Philly and Brooklyn were really, really cool, but I don't think anything really beats Miami.
Let's talk about that a second. Okay, so Unrivaled took their show on the road.
Hmm
Now, the Brooklyn, or excuse me, the Philadelphia, that was announced months ahead of time.
Right.
Like I
Yeah.
was like right at the beginning of the season. We're going to Brooklyn. We're taking
hmm
the show on the
Go
road.
to Philly. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Philly. 21,000 people. Okay. I love this because this is happening right during this heated CBA negotiation.
hmm
So it was just I think it's a nice flex when the Unrivaled can take their show on the road and bring so many people to the arenas. Then what I thought was even more remarkable was their second unannounced trip to Brooklyn
hmm
for the what was it, the second round of the tournament
Yeah.
and
Like the semifinal.
semifinals. There you go. And so maybe people had a couple of weeks
Hmm
at most. And that Brooklyn arena was also sold out with 18,000 folks showing up to
Yeah.
watch just the best basketball in the world.
hmm
So that's all very interesting, where we're still in a situation with the WNBA where we're not able to come to an agreement yet. And so and the deadline has passed. We are looking, my prediction is everything's going to be a little bit delayed. I do think we're going to get there. I don't, because Holly Rowe posted about it, but we'll talk about that later. But I think that this Unrivaled has just been such an example of the amount of interest and revenue and excitement around women's basketball right now. And they're capitalizing on it in a brilliant way that benefits the players and it
hmm
benefits us as fans.
Yeah.
We're in this spot right now where we've had to wait for like 5 days. The Unrivaled stopped, the
Yeah.
NCAA tournaments, the conference tournaments, those ended. And now we have just a few days of no women's basketball, and it feels bizarre
Right.
because we're so used to the constant. And now here we are. But this is the most exciting time coming up too. I can't even hardly handle it.
Yeah, yeah, it's all really exciting. Yeah, speaking of the revenue, just to put some numbers on it, Unrivaled announced they made 45 million in revenue and they reached over 1.2 billion fans virtually. So that's huge. I think they made huge strides in just their second season. Yeah, Unrivaled is a very good I don't know, maybe motivation for the WNBA to kind of
Mhm.
step up their
Yeah.
game and
When you can guarantee every player, no matter, if you're a player that gets just a couple of minutes, you're still going to make six figures for 8 weeks of work. Now, and then
sign me up.
the Get on the list. And the other kinds of uh, metrics that demonstrate how popular Unrivaled was and how successful it was is not only just in the revenue. If you think about the social media presence, I was kind of impressed with this. They generated 1.2 billion social media impressions. So whatever that means, but it's a lot of people on social media, more followers, more interactions, whatever. But it's growing by leaps and bounds, and it's a really, really great product. So shout out to Brianna Stewart, shout
We're
out
really
to
gonna
Nafisha
appreciate our
Collins.
shout.
Well, yeah, they are. Tag them in this for just being brilliant businesswomen.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the merchandise sales?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, merchandise sales, everything increased by a lot. By like, some things increased by like up to 100%, I think. Like, it did really well, but the
Merchandise
merchandise,
revenue increased 130%.
130%.
And so there's also another metric that's kind of interesting. So which players are getting
Hmm.
having their jerseys picked and so forth. So you want to take any guesses? Because I've got the
Yeah.
top five right in front
Okay,
of
here
me.
we go. I mean, personally, I bought a Kate Martin jersey, but I'm not confident she's in the top five. Yeah, that's okay. I got it. But number one has to be Paige.
It is.
Yeah.
It was Paige. Good for you. Okay.
Okay. And then for the rest, I'm just gonna try to get the names.
Yeah.
Order, I'm not so sure about.
Okay.
Chelsea Gray, they sell her jersey a lot.
That was number two.
Ah! Okay, okay. So we got Paige, we have Chelsea Gray, just picked her because she was the MVP.
Yeah.
Um, hmm, I'm wondering if people, love their Huskies, if there's any more UConn players on the list.
Nope.
No? No more UConn players? People don't love the Huskies enough. And that's
Right.
fine by
Think
me.
who dropped 40
Who
multiple
dropped 40?
times.
Marina Mabrey?
No. I
Oh,
would have bought her jersey though.
yeah.
I
Who
think she's
dropped 40? Um, I would have thought it was Chelsea Gray. Kalia Copper? They sell her jersey?
no
She played really well. Who dropped 40?
Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Sunday would have bought her jersey.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Dude, okay.
Sunday would have bought this next jersey too. This is one of her favorite players.
One of her favorite
I'm
players.
kind of surprised at this one, but
A little
I would imagine it's because okay, I'll give you a hint. Because they went to
Philly, Natasha
Philly,
Cloud.
Natasha
There
Cloud.
we go.
Yeah. And she's from that area.
Okay, the last one. It's not Leah Boston, is it?
This shocked me. I'm surprised.
Shocking.
And I mean, it's not shocking. She's a great player, but she's really quiet, and
Be
just gets the job done.
just gets the job done.
And is an Olympian and
Olympian, like
world
5-on-5.
champion 5-on-5
Alyssa
and
Thomas.
nope
She's
and
not quiet.
yeah. And she's currently playing on the U.S. national
She's current.
team for the
European.
nope, but she had some breakout action not only in Unrivaled, but also we're watching the FIBA US national
Right.
and but Kiki Erfin is a very young player doing well in that setting.
Is it a big or a guard?
It's a guard.
It's a guard.
I don't think you're gonna guess it.
No, no, no.
Well, if I told you her NBA WNBA team, would you?
Probably.
She's plays for the Aces.
Oh, Jackie Young.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
It's top five
not my
jersey
best
sellers.
but I got the
Hey,
first two.
that's pretty good. That's
So,
pretty good.
yeah.
I'm impressed.
But yeah, very good unrivaled season. And now we're gonna bring the vibe down and we're gonna talk about the CBA. The collective bargaining agreement negotiations. We're on, I think, day 6. They said the deadline was like March 10th or something, that
Mhm.
like that's when it had to be done by. And so then ever since then, like the WNPA, Players Association, and the WNBA have been like locking themselves in a room and just talking for like 8 hours. And I love that there's these wonderful journalists who just sit outside and wait for them to be done. And I love getting their Twitter updates. But yeah, we're on day 6. It's not looking great. Kathy Engelbert kind of said if we're done by
I thought you
Monday,
were gonna say kind of sucks.
yes. But she also said that I think she said that this upcoming Monday, so the 16th, that was now the deadline.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I don't know. They're making it up, but
Well, if we can put any credence, which I do, in the unfortunate mishap of Holly Rowe, we love Holly Rowe.
love Holly Rowe. We met her in New York.
Yeah, Sunday met her, took a picture with her when, because she meets everyone. But anyway, yeah, she big Holly Rowe fans. Holly Rowe tweeted out some information um, that was clearly like a copy and paste situation, where she had gotten information that she was clearly not supposed to source. But they give journalists some information, but on the down low. That's the best way I know how to describe it. We've been skiing, so I didn't follow it a whole lot. But anyway, she tweeted that there's some big progress happening where we're looking at the salary cap last year
Mhm.
was oh geez, I had it, but it was lower. And
Mhm.
now the salary cap is looking like, according to Rowe, 6.2 million with an average player salary of 570,000. So, and that's how negotiations go. Somebody has to give. I still think that, this is probably not fair,
Mhm.
but it is movement in the right direction. And if the WNBA doesn't keep moving in the right direction, I think Unrivaled demonstrates that somebody else is going to pick up this mantle and
True.
run with it.
Yeah, I think, you know, for the longest time, the WNBA, they don't post their record. They don't post their books. We don't know exactly how much money they bring in and exactly how much it costs to run the WNBA. But they've kind of had this facade going for a long time that, well, we don't make a lot of money. We don't make a lot of money, so we can't give you a lot of money,
Yeah.
which obviously benefits them in this negotiation. And now we kind of know that that's not true
Mhm.
because for 2025, we hit the revenue sharing target. So I don't remember, maybe it was like 2020, 2019 or something when the last CBA was negotiated and there was a revenue sharing model, but you had to hit a revenue target in order to unlock the revenue sharing. And then I don't know if you remember 2020, but not a lot of sports leagues were making a lot of money
Playing in the bubble.
playing in the bubble. And so it was also cumulative. So all the revenue you didn't make in 2020, you had to make it up in 2021 to hit the target. So they just got in a big hole where they're like, we're never going to hit this revenue target, and it increases each year, the revenue target. Well, they actually hit the target this year, and they didn't just hit it, they they ran past it by a mile. So there was 16 million available in revenue sharing. 8 million of that goes to uh something that has to do with like how the league is set up, and then 8 million goes directly to the players. So this was sort of, we don't make enough money. We know that's not true because this 8 million is like probably like 8 to 10% of what the WNBA brought in this year. So you can't tell us that you're not making money because we know you're making money. And so I just think the public is very much not on the WNBA side and not on Kathy Englebert's side.
The public, we're part of the public, so that's how we feel. But there are, of course, those folks where I get into the social media and start reading some things where they're like the greedy, they
Mhm.
have the money, they get the power. Even Charles Barkley came out and said, be careful, ladies, because the people with the money have the power. Of course, at the same time, this is clearly not not a fair deal, but we're moving. Here's what Holly tweeted accidentally and then took it down. So feels like we're getting closer to a deal with all these little hands. Latest league proposal, just so you have on background, no attribution to me or the league. So clearly, copy and
Mm.
post. Whoops. Um, a salary cap of 6.2 million, up from 1.5 million in 2025. So, an earlier negotiation leaks, or actually, I don't even think they were leaks. I think it was just information that was shared. I saw that significantly lower for that salary cap than the 6.2 if this comes to fruition. And that average salary of 570,000 growing to 850,000 in year six, it's a significant bump for the middle tier players.
Mhm.
And I know that there's also a lot of conversation about housing. And I don't know where that's landing. Nobody does. But there's other benefits that need to be discussed. If I was a professional basketball player, I would definitely favor my relationship with Unrivaled because I'm earning equity in that league, and it's 8 weeks and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they have top tier resources, facilities for all things that you need to be a professional athlete. So, really exciting time
Hmm.
in that regard. It's also an exciting time.
It's also a very exciting day today.
Yes, it is.
Today is Selection Sunday. And so after today, you can make your brackets. We'll know the full 64 or 68, I guess, technically. But yesterday they announced the top 16. So the top 16 get to host rounds 1 and 2. So that's why they release it a day early. So the top 16 includes Duke, Iowa, Louisville, LSU, Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, Ohio State, Oklahoma, South Carolina, TCU, Texas, UCLA, UConn, shockingly, Vanderbilt, and West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
So that's the top 16. I broke it down by conference. There are 3 representatives from the ACC, 3 representatives from the Big 12, 1 representative from the Big East, who is surprised, worst conference, and
Really
I
doesn't.
hate the Big East, 4 representatives from the SEC, and 5 representatives from the Big Ten. So what I wanted to ask about was, I, like many people, consider the SEC to be the best conference in women's basketball. However, the Big Ten has more representatives in the top 16 compared to the SEC. So, I mean, I think it's clear the best 2 conferences are the SEC and the Big Ten
This year.
this year.
Hmm.
What do you think about the conference breakdown? Anything surprised you? Personally, I was surprised that there were 3 Big 12 representatives. Um,
Yeah, and I was also surprised. Well, I'm not surprised because their season went downhill, but with all the hype around, I'm wearing my Iowa State gear today.
Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, because we have a family member at Iowa State as well. So, but
He does not play women's basketball.
he does not, but he's a big fan. Well, anyway, he sort of.
He had an Ashley Jones jersey.
That's true. That's true. But I was surprised to see the decline of Iowa State and that they're not part of this conversation. Um, anyway, so I've forgotten the question now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Was
I
it
think,
surprise? What was
yeah,
surprising to me?
surprising.
That was a surprise to me, but not
Like a
shock.
preseason surprise. It would have been surprising to you.
That's a surprise. Like if you talked to me back in,
Yeah.
November.
Here's what I think about the SEC and the Big Ten. I think the top of the SEC is better than the top of the Big Ten, but the Big Ten as a whole
Yes.
is better than most of the SEC. Like you take Michigan, who's not even on this list, who is on this list, but not even on my list for 1 seed or 2 seed, not even considered one of the best. Michigan or Ohio State. Ohio State, I don't think they're going to be 1 or 2 seed. You take them against like a Alabama, take them against a Georgia, I'd take them every day.
Yeah.
So I think the middle and the bottom of the Big Ten is better than the middle and the bottom of the SEC.
I think that's pretty accurate. I agree with you on that.
And everyone is better than the Big East.
Wow.
I
What
think
a
you could
sad
take
conference.
you could take a Big East team and put them against like South Dakota State. And you take like a St. John's, you put them against South Dakota State. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, it is. And which is also a testament to the prowess of UConn. How do they stay so good when they don't play anybody all year long? And they're in the conversation for they are probably, gonna be in the Final Four for sure.
Yeah. Well,
Might win the whole thing and have such a weak conference.
to their credit, they do Geno schedules a very challenging non-conference schedule.
For sure.
That is helpful for sure. And then but I don't think
But I'd take being in the Big Ten and fighting it out all
right. I don't think they'd be undefeated if they played in the Big Ten and the SEC because they almost lost to Michigan at the beginning of the season. And
Yeah.
so like I'm not saying I do still believe they would win the national championship, I don't think they'd have an undefeated season. And if they always played in a different conference, I don't think they'd have nearly as many undefeated seasons.
Yeah, for sure. For
So,
sure.
but yeah, they're still my pick for the national champion, unfortunately. I also picked my ones and two seeds. So we know everyone listed is gonna be a one, two, three, or a four seed, but there'll only be eight that are ones and twos. I think the one seeds are pretty set. UConn, undefeated. Texas, winner of the SEC. UCLA, winner of the Big Ten.
I was a little surprised with
I was
that.
also surprised by that. And then my fourth is South Carolina. I think those four are pretty set as the one seeds. I'd be really surprised.
I can't see who else would do it.
Yeah, I don't know. And then my two seeds, I think Iowa will be a two seed. I think LSU and Vanderbilt will be two seeds. And then my final two seed, I think it could be Michigan, or Duke. Duke or Michigan. You know, Duke won the ACC, but Michigan only has like six losses. Really good team. Really, really close loss to UConn, which is kind of crazy that to me the best thing on your resume is a loss.
Right?
But that is what it is. That's,
Hmm.
So
hmm
what do you think of my ones and two seeds, and what do you think of Duke or Michigan?
Oh boy. Well, I think your one seeds are, I can't imagine another scenario.
Hmm.
Your two seeds, let's see the list of all of them. Um, you know,
I mean, West Virginia
I
won the
was
Big
gonna
12.
say West Virginia won the Big 12. And admittedly, I only watched like the last 5 minutes of their championship game, but I was impressed. And if we have three Big 12 teams in the tournament,
Hmm.
that speaks to the strength of the conference. So to
Yeah.
come out winning the Big 12, I'd have to put, I think that it would be unfortunate, or it would unfortunate, unfair if you didn't put West Virginia as a two seed.
Yeah, but Duke, the ACC has three teams represented, and they won the ACC. You say the
Oh,
same thing
darn
with
it.
Duke.
Yes, you could. Yeah, you're right.
I don't
Then I'm
know.
going Duke. I think
You're
you're,
going with Duke?
I think it should be Duke
All
because
right.
there is definitely strength of schedule in the ACC.
For
It's
sure.
close. Three teams, three teams.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to
that's a
see.
tough one. Okay, my final question for you. Obviously, we are Iowa Hawkeye fans. What is Iowa's ceiling in the March Madness tournament? How far are they going? And
It,
obviously, it really depends on their path.
it does depend on their path. I'm not going to be surprised with a appearance in the Elite Eight.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we get to the Elite Eight. Then Final Four is a stretch because I mean I don't think we'd have to play UCLA because I don't quite understand it, but they
Let's
don't.
hope not. That has
Well,
not gone well for
that has not gone well. Obviously, in the championship game, that did not go well. But they won't put Iowa and UCLA together because those are two teams from the Big Ten. They try to spread out the conferences. So like, but like, who are we gonna be? Texas, South Carolina? You can hell no. Like, so I think Elite Eight is probably our ceiling.
Yep, which is incredible. Young team. It's Jan's second year. I
Hmm.
just continue to be impressed with Jan.
Jan and Ava Hayden. Oh, love watching her
Oh,
play.
and Chit Chat,
Chit
right?
Chat, yeah.
You could just keep listing. So
Hmm.
that's their ceiling this year, but just stay tuned.
Just wait and see. Ava Hayden's
Say,
young.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
I've heard a prediction from a fan of the show that Ava Hayden will be the Naismith Player of the Year next year.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So be sure to do your brackets once you can tonight. Watch the selection show. See if we were right. See if we were so off base. Um, but yeah, and stay tuned for these negotiations. It's an exciting time in
It
women's
is an
basketball.
exciting time, and let's just really hope that the WNBA gets started on time because it
Yeah.
messes up my summer
I know.
tremendously. They really need to think
They
of.
need to think of us.
All
All
right.
right. See you next time on
Wild Wild Sports.
Wild Wild Sports.